Welcome. This is the Academy of Adoption and Assisted Reproduction Attorneys. We are going over the state laws for each of our individual states that we have fellows in. And today we are going over the state of Nebraska. And we have an amazing fellow in the state of Nebraska that can talk to you about that law that's licensed there. Her name is Emily Gilling. And Emily, if you could introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, thanks for having me. So a little bit about myself. I am a mother of 4, and that's really why I do this. My favorite part is at the end, when after baby comes and everything's all done, the process is done. I always ask for a picture, and then that picture, I'm like, oh, it melts my heart every time. So that's really why I'm a part of this.
You know, a mother of 4, that's brave, number one.
Crazy.
Crazy. It doesn't give you baby fever for more, does it? When you're
no, I'm living vicariously. That's plenty for me now.
All right. Well, today we're here to talk about Nebraska. So tell us generically about Nebraska. Is it an art-friendly state to go to?
So Nebraska is kind of unique in that it actually, there's a statute on the books that holds compensated surrogacy arrangements unenforceable. So uncompensated or altruistic surrogacy is completely fine. There's nothing against that, but it is strict on the compensation piece for surrogacy.
Okay, so that's extremely important for people that are fishing through different states, trying to figure out where they can and can't go. So if it's altruistic, is there any restrictions on genetics? Do the couple need to be married? Anything like that?
Yeah, so we don't have a pre-birth process like other states. In Nebraska, we do really the actual legal heavy hitting comes at baby's birth, and then the whoever is the genetic parent is able to submit either paternity acknowledgement or a maternity acknowledgement, which is fairly new within the last few years, in order to be initially declared the legal parent on the birth certificate. However, a non-genetic parent would then have to complete with a second parent adoption to confirm his or her parentage then.
Okay, so is it impossible if they're both not genetically related?
I would not recommend. It would really probably be treated as a traditional adoption. Yeah.
Okay, so big risks there, but not impossible. It is still possible to do surrogacy there. Okay, and is it friendly to same-sex couples?
Yes. Yep. As long as one of the parents is a genetic contributor, then the genetic parent will be declared the parent by filling out that paternity or maternity acknowledgement, and then the other parent will be able to adopt.
Okay, but does Nebraska, if there's, what about single intended parents?
Yes, if it's
genetics.
It's the genetic parent, then yes.
Okay, and if the couple's unmarried, or second parent adoption's difficult, or are they still possible?
It would be a lot more difficult if you're not married in Nebraska.
Good information. So I know people are, they're fishing through the United States, they're looking at the different states and where they should and shouldn't go. And this is one of those important criteria to kind of keep front of mind, right?
Right.
Okay. And but as far as embryo donation, egg donation agreements, no difficulty there.
Yes. So
you're not using a surrogate, but you're just receiving embryo donations or egg donations.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. So if you give birth to an embryo donation that neither partner is genetically related to, they'll still be parents based on giving birth and being married presumptions, or?
Yes, those presumptions would apply, and they would be able to be listed right away in the birth certificate.
Okay, great. Anything else that I'm missing on covering with Nebraska that's important for people to know about?
I mean, that's the biggest one. A lot of people are a little bit nervous about Nebraska, and rightly so, with the statute that is on the books. But with the recent development within the last few years allowing a maternity acknowledgement, it is actually, at least that part has improved in terms of the process for the parents.
Gotcha. Okay, very good. If you're looking at the state of Nebraska, I would say to those who are watching this video, it is critical to speak to an attorney licensed there. This is exactly the type of state that, I mean, in all states, you need an attorney and you must speak to an attorney for surrogacy.
Mhm.
There's really no way around it, but don't get too deep into Nebraska until you've talked to somebody to make sure you can pursue what you're pursuing, and compensation is not allowed there. So keep it in
Mhm.
mind. All right. The academy, when somebody's a fellow at the academy, they have been vetted, which means Emily is vetted. She is experienced in reproductive matters. She is somebody you want to speak to before you speak to any other attorney who claims they are experienced in reproductive law. Know that the academy vets them and puts them through a process. So we know Emily is the go-to expert in that state that we want to speak to. All right. If you'd like to get a hold of Emily and have a consultation with her, you can go to the Academy's website. It is www.adoptionart.org. And we have a state map there. You can narrow it down to Nebraska. You can also see what other states our fellows are licensed in, like Emily and myself, who have more than one state that we're licensed in. And you can get Emily's contact information and reach out to her. I'm sure you're happy to speak to anybody at any time, right, Emily?
Absolutely. Yep, that's what I'm here for.
All right. Thank you. We appreciate your time today.
Thanks.